This is a patient who, as a man, he lost a lot of weight and he was just noticing loose skin. So the first step we did was the male version of a tummy tuck. And the reason I make that distinction is if we're doing any kind of lipo or anything with it, we're aiming for a different shape in men versus women. And I may angle that lower incision differently too. Because in women, we want it to follow like their natural curves, but in men, there are different curves and different angles and lines. So I always want it to kind of fall in natural shadows when we can. And so that was the first step, and that tightened everything in this dimension, but it doesn't tighten in this direction. And he was noticing looseness, not only of the abdomen, but also the chest, and looseness in this dimension. So even if you pull something tight in this direction, you could kind of pinch a lot of skin in the other direction. So there's one way to do this that we opted not to do, and that was a fleur de lis tummy tuck, where you have an incision straight down the middle and you take out the excess that way, but it's a very visible scar. So instead, there is a procedure called a lateral thoracoabdominoplasty, or some people will call it a torsoplasty, where instead of in the middle, you make two on the sides, kind of like a shirt, like the seams where the shirt would have seams. And you can take out excess skin from the front and the back through those incisions. I just time that separately so that we don't have any blood supply issues to the skin flaps, and so the incision heals without any issues. But with that incision, we can also have it go up higher and treat the excess that he was having in the chest. So instead of having scars on his chest where in a man you wouldn't really even have a shadow there often, this way we take it out sideways. And also when you lose weight, one thing people don't talk a lot about is where the nipple sits can be different, and it can kind of start pointing towards the center because all of this relaxes, whereas this part's more fixed, and you can just pull everything tight and resuspend all of that in a way that just looks natural, like we weren't there is the goal.